What is up, everyone? Welcome back. We are here with another episode of Smoke and Meteoras, the podcast where we talk about the moments that matter, no matter how early or late my guests are in their journey. I'm Marissa, your host, and today I'm joined by none other than Flyin Ryan O'Neil. Welcome in, Ryan.
What's
How you
going
doing?
on?
Not too bad. How's your day going, man?
Trying to stay warm. Trying to stay warm and keep my car out of the snow.
You can say that again. Well, thank you for being here. I'm really glad you were able to take some time out of your day and join us. But I start these podcasts the same every way with the same question. And that question is, what is the dumbest thing you have done for wrestling?
Oh, I jumped off a balcony. That was my decision, though. It was at the Water Street Music Hall, Rochester. Jumped
Okay.
off a balcony in a ladder match. That was cool. It was doable, though, so maybe not the stupidest, but probably one of the dumb. Probably jumping off a balcony, but it was
I
fun.
mean, did you realize it was dumb in the moment, or were you just like, I want to shock these people?
No, I mean, I asked Brett Lauderdale. I'm like, hey, think I could do this? He's like, yeah, just please don't die. I'm like, okay, well, no,
Yeah.
yes, sir. But it was close to the ring, so it was doable. In the air, I was like, whoa, this is a little higher than I expected, but that's whatever.
I mean, do you ever feel like younger wrestlers like yourself feel like an extra pressure to prove themselves? Like, do you feel like that's part of why you had the idea to do it?
Yes, yeah, pressure, yeah, but I just wanted to do that because I like creating moments like that. It's just like my sort of style. But that pressure thing, yeah, definitely have to prove ourselves and everything like that.
Do you feel that moment taught you anything, or would you 1,000% do it again?
I would 1,000% do it again. Yes, we do it right now. I would. It taught me just moments. People remember moments over the wrestling,
Absolutely, and that's
And it
what I
doesn't
like
have
to
to
focus
be.
on.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be just jumping off a balcony. It could just be like your facial expression or something. Something that happened in a match, not necessarily a 360 off the top rope Spanish fly or Canadian destroy. You know what I mean? It could just be
Absolutely.
expression or something like that.
So let's rewind for a minute. So when did wrestling enter your life, and what did it mean to you when you were younger?
Since the beginning, I literally cannot remember a time when wrestling wasn't a thing. Some of my first memory, like, can't remember when wrestling wasn't in my life, but some of my first memories, my brothers had the action figures in the SmackDown versus Raw, and they had the DVDs and stuff. So my go-to games that are my first memory that brings my first memories up, SmackDown versus Raw 2008, 2010, Unforgiven 2006 on DVD. Just like 2006 Ruthless Aggression era is basically the era where I grew up.
Where the best music came out of those video games.
Straight up. Yeah, exactly. In my playlist to this day.
Yep. I still listen to Raw all the time.
Yeah. But yeah, I just can't remember a time when it wasn't a thing, I have to thank my brothers for, watching wrestling before me and, getting me into it and stuff.
So at what moment did you finally decide that this was something you were going to get into and try doing?
So in high school, they start asking the question, hey, what do you want to do with your life? And I'm like, I don't know. But then, so sophomore year, they asked me, hey, like, what do you want to do with your life? I'm like, I like wrestling. They're like, what do you like? I'm like, I like wrestling. I love wrestling. So that was like, that's it. I've always wanted to do this since the beginning, as you could say. I started amateur wrestling sophomore year of high school, wrestled all the way until senior year. As soon as I graduated, I enrolled into the Worldwide Dojo, started training with Cheeseburger. and that was what a ride. It's crazy. That feels like so long ago for me, honestly, but it really wasn't.
So, did you tell people right away when you decided that you wanted to become a professional wrestler, or is it something that you kind of kept a little quiet at first?
Definitely did not tell people. No, wrestling is not a popular topic in high school or school in general. Didn't really tell anybody. But then senior year is when I started telling people, and senior year is when all the I guess you could say cliques start breaking up, and no one really cares. Everyone's just like a regular person now. So I tell people senior year, and they're like, "Oh, that's actually cool. I could see you doing that."
Yeah.
So senior year is when I started telling people and stuff. Well, like my parents always knew,
Yeah.
but senior year.
So, were you confident walking into training, or was it something you were kind of intimidated by at first?
Of course, I'm always gonna be like intimidated by it, never doing it before. But at the same time, I just felt like natural, like I was born to do this. Like the first time I walked into amateur wrestling, it was kind of okay. I don't know what to expect, but I'm gonna give it my all. And after doing amateur wrestling for 3 or 4 years, it kind of prepared me a little bit for pro wrestling. So I wasn't uh, nearly intimidated as much as I was the first time I stepped into amateur wrestling. You know what I mean? I've
Absolutely.
done it before.
So, did you picture the wrestler that you wanted to become back then, or was this an idea that kind of developed over time?
I want to say both. I always knew like I wanted to be like a high flyer and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, both. Like my favorite wrestlers growing up were Jeff Hardy, Rey Mysterio, RVD, HBK. Like a lot of colors and high flying esque movements and stuff. Guys that stand out. So, and I like to think that my shorts help me stand out. Um,
I will admit, the first time I saw those shorts on GCW, I was like, "Yo, those are sick as fuck."
thanks. Yeah, I actually drew those on paper too. I got the idea from Tetsuya Naito boots from Japan, um, and yeah, because he's got like the feather type wings on his
Yep.
boots. So, I'm like, oh, what if I had those on my shorts? Because I wanted like some sort of wing design. But yeah, and I thought like it would be cool because all the movement and stuff. I want the picture to be me doing a swanton. It looks like I have wings coming off of me. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
was the idea, and I'm glad that it worked out.
So training is where the dream really starts to get real. So, what was your first day of training like?
First day of training, you do not step in the ring. You have to kind of like earn your way into the ring. So we start on the floor doing workouts, and I just knew that like yeah, it's gonna suck. I've also done those workouts before in high school. So I was used to some of the movements, but not the repetition of what we did because that was insane. But like full body sore, but insane pump. I feel like my arms are bigger than my head, but they're not. But it feels that way afterwards. Um, but the first day of training, first couple times, was just on the floor doing workouts and stuff, and then after watching the people in the ring. But just makes you hungry. And then when you finally get in the ring, it's like, wow, I think it's all worth it.
So, were there certain parts that were harder than you expected?
Yeah, running the ropes, just the footwork. Now it's like second nature, but first running the ropes, like you have to be very particular with your footsteps. Bigger steps rather than smaller steps, and you have to hit them a certain way. And the ropes hurt like that. People underestimate how much the ropes hurt. It's one of the worst things on the ring when you're not used to them. I mean, some of my some of the other wrestlers from the dojo when they first started, they had like all welts and bruises on their backs. Like they got hit with a kendo stick in the
Oh,
back. Um, but yeah, running the ropes. they're harder than you expect, you know. And I just remember the first time running them, I was just smiling ear to ear. That was such a great experience.
So was there ever a moment in training where you questioned if you like actually belonged there, or was this something that you were just head down full force wanting to do?
Both. Yeah, there's always moments where it's like, ah, man, should I be here? Do I deserve to be here? And there's moments where it's like, all right, yes, I was born to do this. I belong here. But yeah, both. That happens. That happens all the time, you know. There's good days. There's bad days. There's good weeks. There's bad weeks. But just
Absolutely.
like to think positive and just, you know, stay locked in.
So, what's a lesson from training that stuck with you more emotionally than physically?
More emotionally than physically.
Yeah.
Think that's a really good question. Um, I want to say just, I mean, just you know, again with the moments, like moments are bigger than the moves. Just taking instead of just rushing to the next thing and going to beat up your opponent. Hit him, do a move, take the center of the ring, take it in for a second. When you come out through the curtain, just take it in for a second, because doing that emotionally gets you invested with the crowd, and you get to realize your surroundings. Um, like nothing, there's no better feeling than doing a drop kick off the top rope and then standing up and looking around, and you could feel the people come up with you. Um, but yeah, moments over moves again is the thing that stuck out the most with me.
So, obviously, you'd said that Cheeseburger was one of your trainers, and assuming that he is one of the answers for this question, but including him and other people, who were some of the people that helped you through the early learning curve?
Cheeseburger and Preacher Phineas James. Uh, Cheeseburger is he's such a good trainer. I highly recommend him. It's like if you don't know how to do something, he will help you and explain it thoroughly. And Preacher is the same way. And example of him, I had a fear of going backwards. Actually, like I could do front flips and all that, but going backwards, it's just like no. He helped me get over a fear, and now I could just do a moonsault. Like, and I didn't think I could ever do that. Like I could do it on the trampoline. But yeah, that was a fear of mine going backwards, and he helped me get over that. And I'm still early on, so I can say Jordan Oliver and Alec Price, those guys completely helped me, elevate my game, you could say. And I'm still learning, and of course, but yeah, without them, I don't know.
I mean,
I
Jordan Oliver,
probably
your big brother.
yeah. I mean, him and Alec, they really helped me a lot, and I cannot be. I'm so proud and happy of those guys. I can now change the channel and they're on TV. Like that's so cool
Absolutely.
to see. Um, but yeah, Jordan Oliver, Alec Price, uh, Junie Underwood, Preacher, and Cheeseburger are the big like mentors and trainers.
I've known Alec and Jordan for quite a while. Jordan longer than Alec, but like knowing the two of them, those are good kids. I'm saying kids because I'm older than them. But those are definitely good kids to have in your corner. In
Yeah,
even
they're
even
great.
just in life too. Alec will commit murder for you if he gives enough of a shit about you.
The
There,
Busta.
like there was one time, like I work in a kitchen, and when I'd first started working in the kitchen, I burnt myself left and right. And there was one time I was dropping a bunch of chicken fingers and I missed the basket and the oil ended up like coming back up and splashing me. But like
Oh,
the way it hit my neck looked like somebody had grabbed my neck. So I had
uh-oh.
ran into him at a show and he had seen the marks and he goes, I swear to God, if that was your boyfriend, I'm gonna murder him. And I literally was like, Alec, no, it's from work. Calm down. I'm fine.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Great, very, very protective.
Very protective. He's such a good kid. And I'm so proud of all of the success that him and Jordan have accomplished.
And it's
But
insane. It's so awesome.
so let's move on to your debut. I know this isn't as long ago for you as a lot of my usual guests, but do you remember the exact moment when you realized, like, holy shit, I'm about to go wrestle a match in front of a crowd?
Yeah, Cheeseburger told me. I remember the day he was like, "Okay, there's beginner classes, there's advanced classes, and then eventually you have your debut in the dojo." Remember the day he told me I'm now in the advanced class, and I'm like, really? At first, I didn't hear him. I had to like have him say it like 3 times. He's like, "You're now graduate." I'm like, "Wait, what?" There's people talking. So he said it, and then Al Danera, I'm not sure if you know who he is. He grabbed me and hugged me. He was like, "Yeah, let's go." And then after a couple months in the advanced class, he told me it was just me and him after training. I usually stay, usually one of the last to leave every time I'm there. And also, I did not miss a single day of training all the way up until my debut. I was there all the time, last to leave 90% of the time. And he told me after training is October 2024. And he goes, "Yeah, I want to have you wrestle me in your debut." I'm like, "What?" And then yeah, it's so insane. I got back in the car. I'm like, "Wow, everything is worth it." It's just it's so awesome. And then you know the the day comes, and then the music hits, like goes to the curtain. It's like I feel like I belong. You know what I mean? There's no better feeling than that. I mean, just in the ring, there's moments where it's like, wow, like I'm actually doing this. I'm actually doing what I've dreamt of since I was a little kid. But yeah, that's a day I'll never forget.
So, do you remember how you were feeling backstage before walking through that curtain? Were you having, like, nerves, excitement, fear, a little mixture of all of it? Just
All the
like,
above.
yeah.
All the above. Yeah, I mean, yeah, just like a little bit of nervousness, but like really excited. Like, cannot believe it's happening. Of course, you're nervous that something could go wrong or, oh no, no, no. But there's the positive outweighs the negative. You know what I mean? But it's like you can have a lot of nerves, but as soon as you go out that curtain, at least for me, just all of it goes away. You know?
So, do you remember if something went wrong that night or during your match?
No, everything was all I could ask for. Nothing. Yeah, that was a very, very special day, and everything just went right. It was so awesome.
So, when you walked back through that curtain post match, what did that moment mean to you to finally debut on the scene?
Meant absolutely everything. It's like everything that I've ever worked for was for that moment. It was very, very cool, very surreal, I guess you could say. Um, but yeah, I got back through the curtain immediately. I'm like, yes. I think I still have a picture on my phone of me like taking a picture behind the curtain after my match, and I got like all red marks on my chest. Yeah, that was awesome. But immediately go through the curtain, I'm like, yes. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Just celebrating.
So, do you believe that after that day, it kind of changed how you saw yourself?
What do you mean exactly? Just as a person or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, after that day, I was just like, all right, it's go time. It's time to lock in. Like let's get this party started. Um, yeah. Ever since that day, I've just been focused on pro wrestling. Um, yeah, that was my first thought. Excitement. Okay, now it's time to lock in. Let's go to work. Uh,
Alright.
yeah.
So, even early on, we've been saying this whole time, it's the certain moments that stick with you.
Yeah.
So, what is a match that you feel made you go like, okay, I can really do this?
I mean, that first match with Berger was very, very cool. That was the first match made me go like that. Um, yeah, that the first match I was like, all right, yeah, like I'm made for this. Like I have to do this, you know. And of course, there's times when you're feeling a little bit down and like, man, I don't know if I belong here, like you said earlier. Then there's a match that reminds you that, well, okay, yeah, I belong here. Um, Matches like that. My match against Joey Janela, I was like, that was a match that made me go, yeah, let's go. You know, like you were made to do this. You were made to be a professional wrestler. But my first match with Joey, my first match with Jordan actually is a very good answer. That was um, my first real like long pro wrestling match with Jordan. You know, like really long pro wrestling match. Jordan, that was the day I was like, whoa, I didn't know I could go like that. You know, that was a good one at SPL.
So, has there ever been a match that has frustrated you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, there's times like that when something either goes wrong or you didn't like people didn't react the way that you wanted them, wanted them to do. Uh, that stuff happens, every now and then. But again, the positive mostly outweighs the negative.
Absolutely. So, when was the first time that you really felt the crowd reacted to you? Not just the match, but you and what you were doing.
My match against Joey, I did a conhilo out of this is at the end of the match. I did a tope conhilo out of the ring on a Joey. I threw him in. He stopped me on the apron. He gave me a DVD on the apron. He pulled me in the ring. He gave me a package pile driver. One, two, big kick out. Just pure passion and just pure emotion on that kick out. And Joey's like, "You want to die?" And then one guy in the crowd goes, "Oh, he's flying Ryan." And then everyone said it. And I started crying in the ring. Like I'm crawling towards Joey. I'm like, "Oh my god, this is so awesome." But that's definitely the moment right there. Kicking out of a package pile driver and the fan in the crowd going, "Oh, he's flying Ryan." Next thing you know, everyone's singing it. And it just felt that is another moment where it's like, wow, this is where I'm supposed to be. You know what I mean? Definitely that moment there.
So, what do you feel has been the best piece of feedback you've received so far?
Everyone always says slow down. That's a great one. Absolutely great. Um, Again, moments over moves. That's something I'm really just, after doing something, just taking the center of the ring and acknowledging it, letting the people digest that and, um, process it. But yeah, moments over moves and just taking your time, being comfortable, not rushing.
What has been the hardest criticism that you've had to hear?
I mean, just my body in general. Skinny guy, skinny guy, young guy, have time to grow. That's just, I think that is my biggest flaw, biggest, yeah, just got to eat more, That's the one.
That I
And I'm
find
working
that
on.
funny. I find that I don't want to say funny in a bad way because Jordan went through the same exact thing when he first started.
Yeah, same body type, very weird.
I remember back when I met him, he was very small. And the amount of fans that literally would just scream for him to eat a cheeseburger.
Yeah, I got a funny story about that. So how Cheeseburger, my trainer, got his name was someone went up to him and was like, "Hey, kid, you look like you need to eat a cheeseburger. And then everyone started calling him Cheeseburger. Later down the line, I'm at a festival and I'm wrestling in front of a bunch of people who are not wrestling fans. And one guy goes, "Yo, you need to eat a cheeseburger, kid." So that was kind of like a full circle moment. I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I definitely do." Then again, they said that to my trainer. But
I
yeah, eating. And I'm trying. I'm trying.
so we've been talking moments the whole time, but how do you process these moments emotionally?
What do you mean exactly? Like, how do I process the moments?
Like when you like I mean, how can I word this? Like let's relate it to the Joey match that you had. Like when you heard all the fans going wild with the "oh, he's flying Ryan," like how did I mean, besides you crying in your match, like how did you mentally process that, like walking into the back knowing that the fans are actually
That
behind
just
you?
happened.
Yeah.
Then again, it felt like everything that I've ever done was worth it, and it all led up to that moment right there. And I just felt acceptance. You know, like, yeah, this kid is supposed to be here. That's the biggest thing. It's like I belong.
I
Prove
I
it.
I I wasn't introduced to you until probably a few months ago, maybe 4 or 5 months ago when I had seen you with GCW. And I never realized how young you were because you were holding your own with some guys that had been in the business for a decade, if not longer. So, last Focus Pro show was actually when I found out how old you really were. And I was like, no way. He's way too good to only be 19.
That's my yeah. Thank you.
And I
Appreciate it.
mean, I've been watching wrestling since I was 6 years old. So, I'm very picky in particular when it comes to like picking my favorites and paying attention to certain matches, but like right out the gate, I was like, who the fuck is that kid? I need to know who he is.
That's
And
awesome.
here we are today.
Yeah, let's go.
So you're still pretty early on, which means you're kind of still discovering who you are in the ring. But how did the Flyin Ryan O'Neil come to be? Where did that name come from?
So everyone in high school senior year, people would always ask me, "What's your wrestling name going to be?" And I'd always go, "I don't know." Like, can I just use my name? Is that not Ryan O'Neil? That's my real name, by the way. So why don't I just use that? So that's what I used for my debut. And I'm trying to think of things that could rhyme with it, but I'm not sure. Um, but after my first match, I hit a swanton bomb on Cheeseburger. He kicks out. Boom. He finishes me. He pins me 1, 2, 3. He leaves the ring. I have the center of the ring after the match moment right there. Um, and then, celebrating that, I did it. My debut, I did it. Getting out of the ring, and some guy goes, "Flying Ryan." And I'm like, "Yep, there it is. Money."
So, did you feel pressure to have everything sort of figured out already?
What do you mean exactly? Like
Like
pressure?
figuring out who you were as a character and what you wanted to have for a move set and how you wanted to
Oh,
present
yeah,
yourself in
for
the
sure.
ring.
I mean, I'm still figuring out myself today, as a lot of us are. Uh, but yeah, having a move set and all that, it's kind of just like, okay, what did I see myself doing as a kid? Like you said before, like Jeff Hardy's my favorite wrestler, so I do the swanton. I also used to wrestle on the trampoline with my friends, and I'd always do the swanton. So I'm used to that motion. So thank God I had some practice with that before. Um, like I do the V trigger because Kenny Omega's awesome. Like, that's great. Uh, just some moves that I pull from uh, my favorites, and stuff that I learned in training, like some of the arm drags that I do. I've learned those from Burger. Didn't even know I could do some of those, which is kind of crazy. And but yeah, just learning, just watching wrestling, and I'm still figuring out myself, and finding a character and all that. Um, but yeah, move wise, just watching, learning, and just picking the moves on what you see yourself doing. Like I don't look like I should do a power bomb.
Nope.
Yeah, nah. But like a crossbody, yes. And it's also certain moves look good because I have a good length. So like a swanton is good because I can fully extend in the air and land on my opponent. So it
Make
looks
yourself look bigger. Make it look
yeah,
more devastating.
exactly.
So, what part of wrestling do you feel most confident doing?
What part of wrestling? Like a style or
Whether style or just an aspect of wrestling.
um, like style wise, or like what part of wrestling I like doing the most, or
Just like what part makes you feel like the best?
oh, okay. Yeah, just high flying stuff just helps me stand out. Also, being myself during my entrance, just all smiles and yeah, like let's go, like bringing that energy to the room, to entertain the people. Like if you're having fun, if the wrestlers are having fun, 9 times out of 10 the people are gonna have fun because they see other people having fun. So it's like, oh yeah, let's go this guy. Like my entrance and stuff, just being myself, and it happens like in the ring too.
So, what parts still scare you?
Uh, High choke slams from big tall guy. That sucks.
And so,
Uh,
stay away from Ben Bishop.
yeah. No, I'd taken some nasty choke slams in my short time of being a professional wrestler. Yeah. Certain choke slams, I guess you could say. Was taking pile drivers and stuff. Still kinda. Like that's not cool. I don't want to land on my head. uh, but yeah, move wise, yeah, choke slam and pile drivers, it was scary. Like jumping off stuff is my cup of tea, so I kind of feel comfortable doing it.
So, how do you balance patience with ambition? You seem like one of the most ambitious kids on the scene nowadays, and not always opportunities arising at every moment. So how do you
True.
handle dealing with the patience?
Just knowing that there's there's thousands of wrestlers out there. Not everyone can be that guy. Not everyone could be a CM Punk or a Roman Reigns or a Cody Rhodes. There's also like just standing out. Honestly, um, there's limited spots in wrestling. There's so many wrestlers and very little spots. On a show or on a card or whatever. Just standing out is probably the balance. Um, Not looking like everybody else, not sounding like everybody else, not moving like everybody else, not doing the same moves. Just standing out and being you. Just being yourself.
Absolutely. So let's look forward. Let's look to your future. What do you believe your moment looks like to you?
Like a goal that I have.
Yeah. Like your ultimate goal. What do you want to achieve in wrestling?
I mean, I would love to. I'm one of those guys who would love to wrestle everywhere. Like I want to wrestle in AEW. I want to wrestle in WWE. I want to wrestle in New Japan. We're wrestle in TNA. But yeah, just I
You
want
want
to.
to be the next Mercedes Monet.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm down.
I mean, I meant that in the sense that she's kind of been everywhere, not the whole title thing.
Yeah, but I just want to wrestle everywhere,
Yeah.
like yeah, just I cannot wait to see what the future holds. Um, but and I'm gonna be in Vegas this year for Mania Week, so it's my first time flying for wrestling. So just
Hell yeah.
unlocked a new part of the map. Uh, Wrestling on the East Coast, and I can't wait to wrestle in different places. I've wrestled in Canada too, which is very cool. But I can't wait to wrestle in different countries and stuff. Some big goals of mine are like that.
So where do you see yourself a year from now? So beginning of 2027, where do you hope you find yourself?
The Jersey J Cup. Yeah,
Hell
I
yeah.
missed that this year. I think I see myself taking part in that next year.
Hell yeah.
That's also a big goal of mine.
So what kind of wrestler do you want people to say you are?
Um, Again, like style wise, or just like
Just you as a wrestler as a whole.
just great, great wrestler. You know, like my thing, like great wrestlers. I think of Kenny Omega, Shawn Michaels, guys like that. I want to be recognized as one of the best. I want to be recognized as someone that can go and someone that you want to watch. A guy that you're clicking through the channels and you see him. It's like, oh, this dude's kind of cool. Oh, that dude's kind of sick. That's what I want to. That's the vibe I want to bring off. And he's
Absolutely.
having fun too.
Absolutely. So, what do you hope wrestling gives you just beyond the wins?
uh Peace. I hope it gives me peace. I mean, I am peaceful and stuff, but it's like we're on the road all the time. Not necessarily home as much as some of us would like to be. But I hope. I don't know. I just hope that it gives me the ability to go the distance. Quote from a wise man. Uh, but yeah, I hope it just you know it gives me that longevity.
And what would you say to someone thinking about starting to get into training, but they might be too scared to try?
Do it. Do it. Don't like if this is something you dreamt of doing since you were a little kid. Do it. Go for it. And if you don't like it when you're doing it, at least you can say that you tried. But you have to make sure that you give it your all, and never give up because you never know where you could end up. Like that picture of the guy mining the diamonds, and he's walking away in the next picture, but the diamonds are right there behind the wall. Like guys, just have that meant. Like Jordan and Alec are a great example. They never gave up. Look where they are now. They're on TV. That's what like that's awesome. And very inspiring, and it's just do not give up. John Cena, never give up. Literally, just give it your all. And if you don't like it, at least you can know that you gave it your all, and that you actually tried to go for one of your dreams. But I say go for it. Don't be scared,
All right.
because if
So,
you love it, you'll like it. You'll,
absolutely. So I always like to throw a little bit of personality questions in my podcasts to try and get us to know you a little bit better. So, a question I always love to ask. You are stuck on a road trip. You're going to Vegas, but you can't fly.
oh,
So you are stuck driving, but you can only listen to 5 bands or artists along the way. Who is on your playlist?
that drive. I don't know if I want to do that drive. I'm in. Oh man. Okay. So I like all music, honestly. So 5 bands or artists.
Yep.
Uh, okay. We're gonna go with some Alice in Chains, one of my favorites. Some Motley Crue. Um, we need some. We need to mix it up too. Some 50 Cent is good, like that. Uh, very. I like Turnstile. Turnstile is cool, but we need some. We need some Shaggy or Bob Marley. Those are interchangeable. That's
All
one. That's
right.
one. Uh, like I don't know. I like a lot. I like a lot of music.
I'm the
And that
same
last
way.
option could be whatever the other people want to listen to, I guess. Uh,
I'm the
we'll
same
give you.
way.
Uh, damn. Did I say Motley Crue? Did I say that?
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
was like the second one you said.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite bands too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Guns N' Roses. There's a lot. Uh,
All of the suggestions you're popping up with make me feel like you're such an old soul when it comes to your music taste.
Outcast. Outcast. I like Out.
Outcast, all right.
We'll go with Outcast for the last one.
All right. I'm like, every time I ask this question, I'm sitting here and I'm like, damn, would I want to be stuck in a car with this person for that long?
But you don't
And
like my music?
well, then they tell me their music choices, and I'm like, oh, okay, we'll be fine.
Exactly. Nice. Let's go.
Absolutely.
There's
Like
definitely some I'm
Turnstile,
forgetting too that I would definitely. I like a lot of music, so.
yeah, like Turnstile was like the vibe that I was in like high school years. So like them, A Day to Remember, Pierce the Veil was big for me when I was a kid. I was one of those like fangirls in high school.
I mean, even another one you could put wrestling music for another category.
Yeah,
Or whatever.
throw in any WWE soundtrack, we'll be good. So you are now getting the opportunity of a lifetime, and any fast food brand is willing to give you the Flyin Ryan value meal. What fast food joint are
Oh
we
my God.
going to, and what is in your meal?
There was a question that popped up about. Oh man, what is my favorite place? I mean, okay. So the meal would be just what I usually get from there. Uh,
All right, yeah.
I like Cane's chicken a lot, but then again, it's just chicken tenders, so that we won't do that one. Chick-fil-A, I like Chick-fil-A, but then again, it's the same thing. Uh,
Chick-fil-A gives you variety though. You can get
yeah, but I'm like
chicken
a nuggets
sandwich,
and fries
chicken
kind
nugget.
of guy.
Yeah.
I used to get chicken sandwiches, and then I had like a bad one, and then it's just. We'll go with Wawa actually. That might be just an easy one.
Okay.
What I usually get is a chicken and cheese quesadilla. This would be my meal: chicken and cheese quesadilla with 2 cornbread on the side and a milkshake. Cookies and cream. And I wish they had Reese's, but they don't. They only have that at Sheets, which I get there. But that is the Flyin Ryan meal: is the chicken quesadilla with cornbread and a milkshake. It might be a weird mix, but it's pretty good for me.
So if any of you guys out there have a Wawa near you, go try the Flyin Ryan made up
Go do
meal.
it. Give it a try. With some
I
Reese's sticks on the side. Those are the best Reese's, the stick ones.
we don't even have Wawa up here, so I don't have that luxury. I'm gonna have to
Do you have
stick with a
Sheets?
Taco Bell. No, we have Cumberland Farms.
You know, there was a one random rest stop. I don't remember the name of it. It had a hot honey chicken and waffle sandwich. That
Ooh,
that was, oh my God, that was one of the greatest things I've ever tasted. Hot honey. That is a thing that shall be recognized better, I guess you could say. I don't know. I'm really big fan of hot honey
I
pizza.
was gonna say we just like I work as a cook, and we just recently brought in a hot honey sauce.
I have to
Probably
thank Alec Price for that. That was he changed my life. Hot honey is great.
yeah, but like for like a special at work once in a blue moon, we do like a pepperoni hot honey pizza.
Oh my God, yeah, phenomenal. I bet it's phenomenal.
Next time you're at open, if I got the chance to stop at work and grab one, I'll hook you up.
Go,
Hell yeah.
yeah, let's down.
Or if you're ever traveling through Worcester on a weekend or Millbury, which is the next town over. I'll hook you up.
Let's go.
All right. Let's step into video games.
All right.
You are now being created into a video game character, and you can enter any video game universe you would like as any type of character you would like to be. What video game are we stepping into, and what character are you going to be?
I don't know if this counts, but I would say wrestling game, obviously. Flyin Ryan, just me. In WWE. That would be it.
I mean, hey, that may have already happened.
Yeah, someone created
Yeah,
me on the community creations. It's called You Could Download Wrestlers. So, kind of, yeah. I think like a Mortal Kombat, honestly. That would be cool.
Sick.
I always like when they add, characters who aren't usually in the game. I don't want to say Fortnite because I don't want to be like that guy from Fortnite. So definitely not that. Probably like a Mortal Kombat or something.
Hell yeah.
My favorite game is Uncharted. Uncharted is my favorite video game. I don't think I'd fit in there though, so I don't know. Or maybe a Star Wars game. I would like to be a Jedi.
Oh yeah.
A Star Wars game. Let's go.
See, my favorite video game would be very, very odd to put myself into because it's The Sims.
Yeah, same for me. I don't think I'd fit in Uncharted.
The Sims is literally the same thing I do with my life every day. It's just somebody else controls it. I mean, that might make my life a lot easier. It might be a little less stressful. All right. You are now booked for a show, but they only have access to Disney or Nickelodeon music. What is your new entrance song?
Oh my god, I'm a goofy goober. Rock.
Hell
yeah. Goofy goobers rock. That's the first one that pops in my Disney? So all of Disney?
Disney or Nickelodeon.
Oh, Pirates of the Caribbean theme song.
See, you mentioned something earlier.
Paul Burchill.
No. You mentioned a small quote earlier. And you were like, oh, said by the best or something like that. And in my mind, I'm like, I don't know who said that. But like,
Jordan Oliver, Go the Distance.
That's exactly where my mind went. That was like,
that's
can you say
that's
that?
Who said it. Yeah.
I never realized that. But yeah, that's like a Hercules song. So I was like, shit, I was surprised that didn't come up.
But I would choose Goofy Goober, the sponge from SpongeBob, Goofy Goober Rock, or the Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack. That would be definitely it. Which one? It depends on the mood that day, honestly. And the Pirates of the Caribbean one, I have to go in on a zip line like Shawn Michaels or something.
Oh, hell yeah.
That would be, oh my gosh. That would be sick. But yeah, one of those.
All right. And a random question I always like to throw in. What is your favorite type of pasta noodle?
Man, I'm not good with the names, but I'm good with the shapes, I think.
That I might be able to help you out.
I'm a good homemade mac and cheese guy, so sometimes they use random noodles.
Yeah. Like, I'm a mac and cheese girl myself, and that spiral noodle that's like, it's almost like a penne, that's my all-time favorite, and it's called cavatappi.
I'm going to search up some noodles right now. I'm just going to show the picture.
But I love me some cavatappi. That is my favorite.
I don't know if it's rigatone is rigatone.
Rigatoni.
It's just the cylinder one.
Yeah.
That's a good choice. I like the spiral one too, though.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Either the spiral or the rigatoni, just classic cylinder type shape.
All right. So that's all my personality questions I got for you. But we are going to hop into the next segment that I like to call Promo Roulette. I'm never gonna get sick of that music.
That is pretty sick.
So, last week, our guest, Insane Dick Lane, chose the item for you to shoot your promo on. We already discussed this a little bit because you didn't really know what it was, but now you do. So your item is Fresca.
I'm going to show the picture for people who don't know what Fresca is, because I know you guys don't know what that is, because I don't.
It's a beverage. It's like a healthy, fruity beverage. Some of you
This
probably
not
do know what it is.
flavored soda, original citrus. I have no idea what that is, but let's see what it is. It's from the Coca-Cola company. Let's get some bullet points here. It's from the Coca-Cola company, known for its crisp, sparkling, zero sugar and caffeine-free profile. Okay, so it sounds healthy, I guess.
I think it's
Often
like
used.
slightly orangey.
Okay, this is good. Often used as a mixer in cocktails. Introduced in the U.S. in 1996 or 1966. All right. Listen here, Fresca. You're not cool, dude. You know, you used as a mixer in certain cocktails, and I happen to be straight edge. So, you already know what that means. Fresca, you knock off Mountain Dew, Coca-Cola, whatever you are. I don't even know what you are. But all I know is that when I hit you with that elbow drop, you're going to explode. And Fresca's going to be empty. And Flyin Ryan is going to be standing high in the air. What's up, Fresca? You suck. No one likes your drink. I guarantee you no one in this chat or whatever knows what you are. So, boo
No
you,
one in the
Fresca.
current chat.
You suck.
No one in the current chat may know. But it's fun fact, it is Insane Dick Lane's favorite beverage.
Oh, well, cut a promo on his favorite beverage. There you go, dude.
All right. So you now get to choose a random item for next week's guest.
Oh, this is great. Hold on, let me look around. A random item? So,
Random item.
should I pick a funny one or one that would just be hard? Like they couldn't cut a promo.
Whatever you want to do.
Pool floaties.
Pool floaties, all right.
Like children's pool floaties. The one that has the chest and the arm.
Okay.
The arm thing. Just pool floaties.
All right. So with that being
here, pool floaties, even though I can't swim, I don't need you.
All right.
That would be great. I would cut a promo on pool floaties.
Hell yeah. So with that being said, the person who will be here next week shooting promos on pool floaties, it's going to be a female. Oh. And next month, for the month of February, is going to be an all women's wrestling month. So we will be back next month with 4 back-to-back episodes of all independent wrestling women from today, yesterday, now, the future, wherever it may be. But next week, we will be back with none other than the Suplex Sweetheart, Isana. So that's who we got on next week. We'll be back next week. Thank you to Ryan for joining us. I have his Instagram and Twitter in the description of the video, either below on YouTube or above on Facebook, or I don't know where they posted on Twitter or X, so you'll find it somewhere on there. If you have any other social media that I didn't add, Ryan, feel free to put that in now.
I'm at Flyin Ryan O'Neil on everything, and Flyin without the G, and O'Neil is Oneill. Do not spell it like Shaq, because that is not it. And I just made a channel.
Then don't pay attention to what I typed below, because I totally missed an L.
It's all good. It's all good. At least you got the E and the I. But I just made a YouTube channel, and I just posted my match with Joey Janela. So go check that out at Flyin Ryan O'Neil.
And where can we catch you next, Ryan? Where can we see you in the next couple of weeks?
This Friday, I am in Mount Holly, New Jersey at SPO PWU. I'm in the main event against Junie Underwood. Last week, he gave me a superplex off the top rope, and he went to roll back to give me a Falcon Arrow, but I got him in a cradle. But we pinned each other, so we got a draw. Now we're in the main event Friday, and then Saturday I'll be at GCW in Philly at the Harrah's Casino. So go check that out, Triller TV. And Sunday, JCW and GCW. There is a charity event. Let me get the full name of it. I don't want to mispronounce the name though. I'm a lumberjack in Mad Dog Connolly's match. And hold on one
Is
second.
this the Brooklyn show? Is it that charity show?
It's at the Melrose Ballroom in New York. It's gonna be on Triller TV. But I am a lumberjack in Paul Walter Hauser and Mad Dog Connolly's match. It is for the neurodivergent community. I definitely said it wrong, but great cause, and it's a stacked card. Do not miss that. That's absolutely insane. But I'll be a lumberjack in that match. So it's going to be a really fun weekend, and I'm stoked.
Absolutely. Well, you can catch up with Ryan on all of his social media. You can catch up with him and watch all the events this weekend. If you don't happen to catch those, we will probably be covering the GCW shows at the very least on Turnbuckle Times, so you can go to our website and catch those results or even the match card the day of the show. And with that being said, that is everything we got for you, Ryan. Thank you so much again for joining us this week. Thank you to all the viewers at home, and we will be back next week with the Suplex Sweetheart, Isana. Have a great day, everyone.
Peace.